Well, good evening. Can you hear me now? Is this live? Okay. You sure? You want to come try it again? All right. Well, thank you everybody for coming tonight. My name is Peyton Linder. I am the Community Engagement Coordinator here at Troy University. I had the privilege and honor of helping co-lead the Young Leader Program this year with the Chamber of Commerce. And our program tonight is going to be fun, energetic. I hope we'll get some laughs out of the young ones. We'll do the ceremony and then eat. But to start off, we're going to introduce our highly esteemed and very good mentor and friend of mine, Mayor Halo.
Thank you, Peyton, but that's overrated. Okay. But I am grateful to have this opportunity to do the invocation, to be asked to do the invocation, as well as the pledge. You all look great. Just kind of loosen up some. This is your day. We can all bow now. Before we start, I would like to say this, that I appreciate you all allowing me to share my faith with you all. So with that being said, we can all bow, please. Dear Heavenly Gracious, loving Father, as you know and only you know, and Lord, we pray and we can only pray that you continue to bless this community, that you continue to allow us to be lifters and not leaders. And Lord, I am so grateful, and I stated that throughout this day, even in the council meeting, even at a ribbon cutting, Lord, I am just so grateful for this community, grateful for the people in it, grateful for this university, grateful, Lord, that you've given us a chance to be a lifter to these young people. But Lord, even more importantly than that, we are grateful that we have young people in this community that we're able to instill in, to be those leaders that you want us to be those leaders who show self-sacrificial spirit, to be those leaders, Lord, that realize that they have a purpose and that you allowed them to see what their purpose are, and that is to give of themselves. Lord, we are just so grateful that we have these young people right here in this community, right here in Phoenix City, at Troy University, where we are able to instill in them not just for the city, not just for the state, not just for this country, but Lord, for this world. Because Lord, we know that their beginning started here. And I am grateful for a community that realized that we must invest in our young people. Not that we would get a return, but this whole community, as well as the state, as well as this nation, as well as this country, would get the investment return that we have quality people that started off right here in positively Phoenix City. We are grateful and thankful for that. In your son's name we do pray. Jesus Christ our Savior. Amen. Amen. If we can stand, flag please. Okay. Salute. Pledge. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you all.
Good evening. I wanted to say thank you guys for all coming out tonight and celebrating this great opportunity with these wonderful kids that have spent months and months with us for the last, what's it been, about 11 months now? So I think that they have demonstrated remarkable perseverance, can I say perseverance, that you guys have pushed through and have learned good leadership skills, and that you have learned how to make good decisions, and that you have learned how to work together as a team, I think. I think that they have learned how to invest back into their community and learn how their community works. I think that they, one of the things that I was super impressed about when they did their senior project or their graduation project, that they found a deficiency that even I didn't know, that was identified in the school systems, where the middle schoolers are kind of that forgotten group that needs mentorships, and that they, as a part of their project, that they comprised a business that they're interested in putting together a mentorship, nonprofit group to go back and mentor in specific areas of what their expertise were, like marketing and computer science, and help me out, some of the others, sports medicine, visual arts, so just a lot of the different areas that they have expertise in. And what I thought was super impressive is that they identified an issue that we didn't have not, that no adult had even thought about, which I thought was something that was really impressive to me, because if no adult in any school system had noticed that, but kids had, that tells you that our future is bright, because they have studied something that we had even overlooked. So I think that this group has set a good trend for what this program has been revamped to do. I was asked to talk about a little bit about what this program was supposed to be, and I did speak to one of the parents before it was started, that this is not the first year for this program, but this is the first year it got revamped. So about a year or two ago, a group of people, a small group of people said, you know, this is a great program. There's leaders right here within our school systems, and that we want to keep those kids back into our community, and the only way to do that is teach them what our community has to offer. So most of the time we teach our kids to go off to college and go do and fly and be free and do wonderful things somewhere else, but we don't teach them what we have right here. And I know if you're like me, I want my grandkids to be right here, so that I can play with them and spoil them and send them home. And so my mom was right about that, spoil them up, send them home. So we revamped it this year, and we appreciate the team that has done that. It was a small group of people, and what we have found is that a small group can do mighty things. So I appreciate the diligence of that group. It's led by some very smart people. Peyton, I think you probably have been the one that has given the most time and effort into it. Rachel, you have been right there behind my friend, so behind every good man is a good woman. Sorry, take it off TV. Okay, that goes on TV everywhere. So, and then there's been a whole group of supporting people that have been at every one of these committee meetings. I just really get to sit and say, that sounds great to me. And help find the money to make it happen. So thank you guys for making this, and bringing the school systems back into it, because it had really kind of gotten way far away from the school systems. And I think bringing the school systems back into it is what's made this very successful. So thank you guys for doing that. So I'd like to bring the focus back to you guys and say, tonight's about you guys. And we're excited about having you as our first graduating class. And so congratulations. And we want to make this a night about you. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to my very esteemed, beautiful friend, Deanna Oswald. Bye.
So I hope you understand that you just heard from a woman of faith and greatness.
Yes.
Greatness. Melissa, are you the first female president of the chamber, the East Alabama Chamber of Commerce? Yes, tonight is about you, but I also want to recognize Melissa, because she is modeling and demonstrating what we hope each of you will consider doing. When you leave the nest, meaning the nest, Positively Phoenix City, and still stay here or come back, but to consider giving back by way of leading, serving in leadership positions and such. Melissa, thank you. Mayor, thank you as always for your compassion, passion, and emphasis in the importance of serving others beyond self. So thank you. So graduating class, okay. So hopefully you remember me. You've seen me once or twice. And as I sort of look at each of you, I see some individuals who have physically grown and mentally grown, right? And so I have the distinct privilege of sharing some very brief remarks for about an hour. Okay. Words of wisdom, what I hope will be considered useful to you as you move forward. So again, I am thrilled to be here with each of you on this momentous occasion. Congratulations to each of you who represent the very first graduating class of the redesigned and made it much, much better, Peyton, Young Leaders of East Alabama Leadership Development Program. This is an occasion where you deserve to pat yourselves on the back and to say to yourselves, job well done. So please do that, pat yourselves on the back. Okay. I personally, I would be remiss if I did not recognize, and I've already mentioned this young man's name, and his name has been mentioned previously. Peyton Linder is a gem in this community. So Peyton, we appreciate you. I appreciate your leadership here at Troy. Also Rachel Peters. So Rachel, I just adore you, appreciate you, and your commitment to students, in particular STEM, because that's important, and thank you for your commitment to this program. To the East Alabama Chamber of Staff and all the volunteers, and Melissa, you referenced them as well, so thank you for your commitment, your leadership, and your passion and your dedication to these students to help grow their leadership skills to become change agents for this world. To your parents, family members, teachers, administrators, I give you the highest praise, as your love, support, gentle nudges played a significant role in their success. Without your unwavering encouragement, this achievement tonight would not have been possible. Throughout the 10-month-long program, you have embraced the principles of self-development, challenged yourself to step outside of your comfort zones. Remember those exercises? Challenge yourself to step up and to demonstrate a profound commitment to leadership and service. You have also learned that true leaders empower and serve others, and have shown that leadership is a mindset of empathy, compassion, and integrity. Service to others and the community has been a cornerstone of your experience in this program. You have volunteered your time and talents and hearts to make a positive impact on those around you. You have also learned that service is not just about giving back, but about building connections, fostering understanding, and creating a more just and compassionate world for all. As you leave here today, remember that these lessons you have learned in this program are for a lifetime. Carry them with you. Be bold in your pursuits. Be compassionate in your actions, and be steadfast in your commitment to making a difference in this world. My challenge to each of you is to recognize the immense potential within you. Operate in your sphere of excellence in everything you do by working hard, never giving up, and always doing the right thing when no one is looking. Speak with boldness and purpose, and have courage
Be confident and always be true to yourself. And finally, remember, the world is full of unlimited opportunities. Dream big, take chances, and aim for the highest peak that will bring you true happiness and fulfillment. The future is yours to shape, and I have no doubt each one of you will go on to do great things as our future leaders. Thank you and congratulations.
I wrote a lot of notes for you all. I feel like tonight's a big night. It's funny to me because about a year ago, about this time, or maybe a little bit right before a year ago, I was approached about just helping plan a trip for some youth to Troy's main campus. And I said, okay, I can do that. Little did I know, a storm would come through, things would get thrown, and what have we learned? You just kind of go with it, you make do. And God opened the door for this opportunity. And we went through the application process, and we went through orientation, and then we got on a bus together. And did we know each other? Do you think we know each other now? Okay. I have to say from the bottom of my heart, first to the parents, thank you to the parents and the family for letting your children go through this. We as a team can come together and put together programs, but if it's not for the kids' willingness to participate and the parents letting them grow and develop in these programs, they wouldn't exist. So we need to give an applause to you all as the parents for trusting us and allowing your kids to have this opportunity. I'd also like to personally thank Dr. Rosser Mims, who is my boss, for giving me the opportunity to step out outside of my normal job obligations. Yes. And to take this on. And so I would like to thank her. I'd like to thank Melissa and the entire chamber for putting the effort into this program. And to the individuals who invested, some are here tonight. We won't say who, but there are individuals here who donated because they believe in this program. They want to see you all succeed. I want to thank every single person who gave their time, money, and efforts. The instructors and the volunteers who sacrificed their Saturdays to be here. We have some of you here as well, to come in on a Saturday morning to help teach these individuals. And to thank the principals and superintendents because although y'all lost your Saturdays, next year's class doesn't have to. Because of your sacrifice, next year's class gets to have an entire Wednesday with us. So it's because you did such a good job, they get Saturdays off and they get this day of school because of your sacrifice. I want you to understand something, how big of a deal that is. Because when we put this together last year, it wasn't for that support. That's why we operated on Saturdays. And now because of what you've done, your superintendents have said, we believe in this program, we believe in these kids, and now they're allowing it to happen during the school day. And you might not understand how big that is, but that is a huge deal. And that's all because of you. Congratulations. I personally need to also thank the two, they said behind every good man's a good woman. That's extremely true. And in this case, I had two of them behind me, 100%. Miss Rachel, I would be running 100 miles an hour, and she's the one that reels me back in, or she corrects me on a lot of stuff, keeps me in line legally, and all the stuff that I don't know, she knows. And Edith. You all might not know, she's standing right back there. During the month of May and June last year, getting this going, a lot of it was Edith and I, before Melissa stepped in as president. And Edith is the heart and soul behind this. Anything that we had to do, any money, anything online, Edith handled. So she's the one behind the scenes that you don't know, that you haven't probably met or had anything to do with. That's the lady you need to thank right there. That's Edith. conversation when I think we made y'all kind of nervous. Do you want to stand up and give us what's your favorites again? Do we want to go through that? Is that fun? I always have a way of surprising them, I felt like, keeping them on their toes. But as much as you all have grown, I have grown as well. And y'all are all special to me, to Rachel, to all of our team. We are extremely proud of you, and we cannot wait to see what you do after this. College is right around the corner. If not college, workforce is right around the corner. Developing your own business, whatever you decide. What I tell you now is dream. Don't settle for mediocrity. Chase greatness. Continuously grow. Don't ever stop growing. If you stop growing, you die. Don't ever get comfortable. Continuously grow, expand, and then what you've experienced here, pay it forward. When you have the opportunity to invest in your community, in an individual, even if it's one person, take that time. If you don't have the time, take the funds, take the resources, take whatever you've been gifted and give it back. That's my advice to you today. Are you ready for your awards? Are you ready to graduate? Are you ready? Or you want to do one more lesson? Rachel will join me up here. This is Miss Rachel. I would ask Melissa to join me by the table. And Edith as well. And Edith, go.
See, I said I didn't want to talk. I love you guys. I get to call your names. I got a really easy part.
Ready?
First, Miss April Cook.
Yes, we can move that. Yes, I can move that. Hold on. Did you get one? Okay.
Please give me the mark. I do not. It's so pretty. I don't want to ruin it. Yeah. We're gonna move that over.
Needs to be set.
I'm real. Yeah.
Hey.
Thank you, Rachel.
You adapt, you overcome, right?
All right. Next up, Miss Ava Saucier. Hold up. Next, Miss Diara King. Hold up.
Red, white, and blue. Let's go.
And Miss Kamori Johnson.
Is that everybody?
Miss Noelani Curtis.
Oh, hold on, hold on. You got one? Okay. Oh, and last but not least, the mouth of the South.
And that would be Mr. Victor Smith.
You want to come this way, son? Oh, see?
Bill, did you do calculations on that?
Let me tell you a good story about Victor.
Yeah, I have a microphone in there.
What did we do, April? The podium was in your way.
When you're first, that's the leader, she's like, come back.
Get one this way. Thank you.
Let's give a round of applause right there. So I can give a story about each one of the graduates, because they've all had their moments of highlights, they've all had their moments of laughs. As soon as we hit the ground in Troy, that first week we met each other, the first day we kind of met each other, we got off the bus, realized, oh, we're at the wrong place, walk a mile up the hill to another place, get on, oh, we're at the wrong place, packed up our bags, carried them back down the hill, another mile. You're talking about in South Alabama in the middle of June. Hello? I can absolutely get everybody up here in the center. So we'll be doing a group photograph here in a minute. Congratulations, it is all well deserved. I don't know what to do now. Let's so what we're going to do next is we're going to close this out. We'll have dinner provided behind. So once we close officially, the families can make their way here, and we'll do a quick picture with the graduates, and then we'll move the podium out of the way. This is open for photos for families. We have a Troy banner back there for families and tables. So when we finish, help yourself. But graduates, you stay where you are. And now to close this out, we're going to ask Mayor Lowe to come back up and give our closing remarks.
Thank you again, President. I do want to say thanks to this Troy University, thanks to the East Alabama Chamber of Commerce, and thanks to the city, and particularly thanks to the parents who entrusted this community, this college, this Chamber of Commerce with your kids. In today's environment, that's not always easy to do, but we really appreciate you all entrusting your kids with outstanding people, which you all have learned how to be the leaders that you're destined to be. You may be young, but you're ready. That sounds like a song, doesn't it? But you're ready. And I do want to say this before I close out, is a couple of things. Peyton mentioned obligations. Each of you are obligated to be a lifter, to make a difference no matter where you go. And Melissa also said this too, and I want you to look here. It's your responsibility to build strong relationships and partnership that not only will make you a champion, but will make whatever community, whatever organization you're in, a champion. Because that's the responsibility of you all. And you all do have that obligation. Okay? So always give of yourself, build other people up, and you will rise also. Thanks to parents again. Thanks to this university. Thanks. I want to say thanks to my wife. Hey, honey, I've been getting all kinds of compliments. I've been telling them that you dress the right way. So thank you all so much. Continue to be those leaders that you inspire to be, but more importantly, be those leaders that you're created to be, because you're created to be a winner and not a loser. Thank you so much.
The Young Leaders of East Alabama is a youth leadership program that is dedicated to building up young individuals, specifically juniors and seniors in our local high schools, to where they can learn not only leadership development skills, but also how to implement those in our community, and then how to the different aspects of our community work together, from governance, nonprofits, businesses, how they all come together in the chamber to make our community better. It also focuses on the enhancement of our community through community projects, development, and different aspects of that. It also teaches the kids how to learn about each other's personal mentality and work ethics. So we do personality tests and assessments, and they learn to work with each other's differences to build a better team.
My most memorable moment has to be the first meeting, well, not really meeting, but the first trip that we had together as a group. We went to Troy University, the campus in Troy, Alabama, and it was a lot of fun. I got my first dorm room that I literally, when I first got there, I made it my own. I personalized it, and I got to, get a lot of information about different personality types. We did a scavenger hunt. We went to Butter and Eggs, and we kind of just, got to know each other, and overall, just worked together as a team for the first time. One exercise or assignment I felt great about was, like I said, the scavenger hunt. It was really fun because I got to use my strengths and my weaknesses in the scavenger hunt, and I was able to, use my track, because I do run track. So during the scavenger hunt, I was running around. Whenever we came up with an idea, I was the first person to jump at it and just go. So one lesson I would carry with me is definitely how to work as a team with people that, when you clash heads with them, because your personalities are so different or so, alike. Definitely working together as a team and coming up with ideas quick. Also, basically just leadership and overall, leading others, serving others, serving the community, things of that nature.
To me, it meant that I was preparing to be a leader myself while being at this young age. I was getting taught to become who I am now today over the course of 10 months. My favorite was the public speaking assignment. I was given a prompt to talk about, and I came up with a little speech, and I was given about 3 to 6 minutes to speak, and I was told that I did a great job. It was my favorite part. I just like speaking. One lesson that I will take with me is I don't have to rush everything. If I only have an hour to do something, I can take it one step at a time. I don't have to rush through it, and that's what Peyton taught me.
My favorite exercise is probably on the butter and eggs thing, where the teamwork activities were quite fun. It meant learning some things about leadership and getting connections, and also making new friends, and also I had a lot of fun with it.
During the scavenger hunt, because you don't know everybody until you get to know a person. Because the people I went with was April and a girl named Birdie, but she's not animal because she had in school. But I got to know her really well, and throughout the program, I get to know everybody well because I didn't know Victor that well as well because he used to go to my school as well. So is April, so is another one too. And I see him every day, and now we're friends now. And so is the other people as well, and such as Ava and others.
How many family members heard about the scavenger hunt at Troy?
Oh, yeah.
So we get there, and it's our final night, and so they break off in groups, and we base them off their personalities. Little did I know, every person in my group that I got stationed with were track stars and soccer stars. And I wore blue jeans. I was dying by the end of that night, but we had an absolute blast. One of my favorite things, and I was going to say this when I was up here, like for Victor specifically, is we were at the Butter and Eggs road course, and we were doing team building activities. And during these activities, you're out, you know, if you've worked in groups, your alpha dogs step up and they start taking charge. And oftentimes the quieter ones end up in the back. And they're trying to figure out this puzzle with a rope and snake it through, and all the hands have to be involved, and they can't quite get it. And they take a step back, and Miss Rachel says, "Well, Victor, what do you think?" And very softly he says, "I think we should go this way and it's like this." And within 30 seconds, it was solved. And so that one stands out. We all had fun. We all had a blast. We all had good times. Miss Rachel, if you would like to come and give some stories. I'm not going to do embarrassing stories because I've been on that end. But you come here.
Very
Come
much
on.
the same. But the same thing kind of happened with our scavenger hunt. We're just all kind of looking, and I don't want to say a whole lot. He was in a group with Jordan as well. And they're both very quiet. And the girls, you know, they're all in, and they're coming up with it. They want to go this way, that way. Hold on, let's slow down. What do the guys think? And they have all these ideas. They just haven't said them. And we ended up doing very, very well because they finally spoke up and gave their ideas. And that it was just funny because they just wanted to be the quiet ones in the background with all the ideas, but they didn't want to speak up until we had to get some of our girls to hold up.
We learned to adapt and overcome in a lot of situations. And you know what? I'll give a moment for each of you, and we'll take just a few minutes because we're a little bit ahead of schedule. So if you would like to say something specifically to the group, I'll give you 90 seconds. The mic can move. Oh. Who wants to go first? Or do I just get to pick? Do I get to pick? Huh? I can pick? No, we'll start. Stand up, don't be shy. Remember our blunt trainer.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I've kind of been put on the spot here, but what I can say is I've really enjoyed spending time and getting to know each one of you individually, and honestly, I don't think I would have grown as a person if I hadn't got to see how you grew as well.
You don't want to say that? Okay. One of my track stars.
So what I can say about my experience with YMBA, as I like to call it, abbreviation. When I was first, at the induction, I was so nervous. I was I didn't know anybody in the room. I didn't even know Victor and Jordan or April went to the school. April was in my class, and I didn't even know.
We didn't even know each other.
We were in the same class, and we never even talked. So when I got to know, everybody, it was an experience for sure. Me and Alani, I can remember during the scavenger hunt. This is like a big part of the program. Me and Alani, we came together. We kind of put both our weaknesses and our strengths together, like we talked about in the group a lot of times. And we came together as, not only us, like everybody else in the group, came together and we used our weaknesses and our strengths. And we just used teamwork, really. Casey. We used teamwork and like, since one of my strengths, like he said, is track, during the scavenger hunt, like we would come up with the idea and I would just blast off into that direction and just run and get the picture and then come back. Like, it was this big field and we were all talking together and we were like, this may be it. And then I remember I got an idea in my head and I just took off. And Peyton was like, hold on, slow down. Because he was right behind us and, he was walking, trying to make sure. We were running and he was walking because, he didn't want to, it was hot out there. But it was a great experience for sure. Troy, the scavenger hunt, all the, speakers and stuff, that was great. What I can say is I've learned so much about putting personality types together. Like April and Ava, they really kept us on our toes a lot of times, texting in the group chat, hey, we need to get this done. The two quiet boys, of course, they don't have much to say, but they have great ideas. If you scan the QR code, you can probably see their drawing that they did when we had the team exercise. It's kind of explained there. And then Diara, Milani, we, all of us, all the three of us, we talk a lot, and we're like all leaders. So like, we clap heads a lot of times, but we came together and we worked it out. Like I said, the QR code really explains a lot about what my experience was as a YLEA, and yeah, I enjoyed it. Thank you.
Okay, yes, this was a very, very fun experience. It's definitely not something that I'm into. I'm more into the little sports little stuff. So me going into this little education type of program definitely took me out of my spot. But yeah, I definitely enjoyed all of this. It was very, very fun. I learned a lot of new things, made a lot of new friends. I don't really connect with many Central kids, so I got some new friends, guys. I'm out there. But yeah, like Corey said, yes, our scavenger hunt was an experience. I don't know, I thought I could run, but boy, a track star can run. She was gone, but yes. Yeah, this was definitely an amazing experience. I hope it was an amazing experience for you all as well. I definitely enjoyed this, and I hope that we can grow this program as well. But yeah, thank you.
Let me just say, we started at somewhere in the middle of campus, and they read the first line on the scavenger hunt, which had like 25 things on it, and if you'd have put it together, it was actually just a big circle. But they said, no, I know where this is on, meow, and it was up a hill, and I'm like, oh no. And we get up the hill, and they keep going, and I'm standing by a tree, and they think that I'm standing here because it's part of the scavenger hunt. I'm like, no, I'm yeah, so it was a great experience.
I'm sure some of you have probably heard me speak about Young Leaders Be Celebrated before, but if you haven't, it has been a fantastic experience. The 10 months that I was here, I've been able to make great friends and great connections and learn so much, and everyone has grown extremely. From the first assignment that I can remember, the public speaking assignment, everybody was scared. I was acknowledging mistakes. People were stuttering. We couldn't even get like half of the page that we wrote down. But when we were able to speak again about 9 months later to present our project, everyone was speaking with such confidence. And Victor, who I swore spoke 3 words in the entire first day, like the first trip, and now he's speaking whole sentences in front of people. And I'm so proud of him that he's done a lot. Same with you, Jordan. Jordan, you didn't speak very much either, but then you just started shining. You talked about computer science. I'm very proud of you. I'm proud of you, Ava, Kamori, Nalani, April. I'm proud of all of you guys. Thank you so much for giving us the opportunity. Thank you, Peyton. Thank you so much, everybody.
Let's go.
Sorry, the program was fun. I learned something. Made some new friends and had a good time.
That's about all we get out of it. We did something, we had fun, that's it.
So you can't highlight the good things about a trip before you highlight the bad things about a trip. And my highlight is the Troy University bathroom. Someone needs to fix those curtains. Water was leaking into my dorm room. I don't know what they're going to do about students, but God have mercy. Oh, thank God. I definitely had a lot of improvements during this program, and I'm going to be totally honest. When I joined it, I had no idea about myself. I recently just went through a lot and everything changed for me, but I've learned so much about myself through this program and through my family support, and I cannot thank them enough. So this is my first shout out to my family, and shout out to my mom, and shout out to my brother for getting in fights with me all the time. And then also, I did have some funny moments. I would like to mention we need to listen to Jordan more because he's the reason we won the scavenger hunt. And then also, please do not let me go on the ice rink. I did some announcements, immediately fell.
You handled it like a champ.
Yeah, I got up, went to the little thing and went, well, that was my first time on the ice.
In front of like 3,000 people.
Got right up.
Yeah, that's just what you gotta do. You just gotta play it off sometimes. But no, I had so much fun during this program, and I love seeing everyone grow and prosper into the people they are today. And I really hope to meet y'all again later on in our lives and see y'all be like millionaires or something, because I'm gonna need some of that. So thank y'all very much, and thank you for the opportunity.
That's a future politician. Oh, he's coming.
I want to say thank y'all for coming, and yeah, thank you for the shout out. My best moment through all this journey is probably with mascots and with the River Dragons, because I learned a lot of things, and they're crazy as well.
Think you would have fun, did you? Didn't you?
I really did. So yeah, thank you.
Well, thank each and every one of you for the participation. Thank you all for the time. And now we're going to celebrate with some food, some photography, and some fun. So thank you and enjoy.
The Chamber Foundation is the foundation of this Young Leaders organization, and it's because the relationships that the Chamber fosters is kind of the core values of what this organization kind of is built on, and it uses those relationships that is needed in this program to work with the school systems. It works with the community relationships with the city and the county, and with the school, with the universities to make this program actually work. It also works with our businesses to help find funding and sponsorships for this organization to help lighten the load for the students, so that they're not having to carry the price of what it might cost for them to go through the program. So it's truly the foundation and the core of what this program is for. So, and quite honestly, it's what builds this future of the community, and so it's a great program for the future.
And some of my favorite aspects of the Young Leaders of East Alabama have really just been bringing the kids together from various schools around our region. We do so much at the school level within our own school communities, but the only time the kids get together outside of the schools is when they're competing against one another, typically. So to bring them together and ask them to learn together and actually work on what they felt was a community problem was amazing. And what they came up with, wanting to start a mentor program, that in and of itself shows the caliber of leadership that we have within our students in the community. And they want to continue to help this program grow. All of them want to come back and work with the next group of students that we bring in because they want to see the mentor program grow. So my favorite aspect is just bringing them together and watching them grow together.
Avis O'Shea. I go to Russell County High School, and my most memorable moment had to be coming in right after I got my wisdom teeth removed the next day, and we got to see the courthouse, and I thought it was a really cool opportunity. And overall, I've really enjoyed this experience. One lesson that I think I'll carry with me when I leave is the one that I had about public speaking and how you should behave, because I've struggled with public speaking a lot, and I've really grown, as well as the financial one, because I've learned that you should take time, start off by 3 months, then work your way down till eventually you're at today and plan for your future.
Definitely our public speaking and our personality test. I really enjoyed those. It was able for me to get out of my comfort zone, and I was able to learn a lot more about the people in my group. It was definitely a lot. It was something new for me, and I definitely enjoyed it. I was able to make new friends, get more opportunities, make new connections, and it was definitely something new. Grow and continue to grow and use your connections wisely and to your advantage.
My most memorable moment was most likely at the job shadowing when they let me go on the ice and do announcements, but before I even got a chance to do any kind of announcements, I slipped and fell in front of like 3,000 plus people and on live TV on top of that. But I got up and I recovered so good. She's like, "You want to come back?" So when it came to the assignments, I liked the ones that included a lot of teamwork. While the lessons were lessons, one of the biggest things is I learned how to work in a team and not have to take that leadership role because I'm surrounded by other people. To involve yourself in the community always, because one thing I have learned is that along with the lessons from here, I've learned that our community is in great need of help, and we are the next generation who is going to pursue that community. We have to build our future for the future ahead of us.
Well, first of all, the most important thing is that the impactfulness that they will receive is how to go out, because of our generation, we're getting older, and we are investing in those young people to be leaders that would care for us and take care of us. Not only, as I stated here in Phoenix City, but throughout the state, the country, and the world. But it's important that we do invest in our young people, because there's a saying I always say, and I believe this wholeheartedly: the quickest way to build up any community is to build the people up in it. And so that's what we're doing with our young people. So it's very impactful, it's exciting, and we have a bright future. The ones of us that are older, because we're investing in our young people, not to get a return for ourselves, but to get a return for our community.